we had some connection with Krishna consciousness before coming in connection with Srila Guru Maharaj. So we were inclined to think in a particular way. And it was clearly identified by him. It's one in which, and it's a legitimate perspective. It's not to dismiss it or to deny it. It's a legitimate perspective. But we were seeing Krishna in the primary position and Radharani secondary, everyone else secondary. Mahaprabhu, whoever, we saw Krishna in the primary position. Because we can say Krishna in the center, that would be misleading because Krishna is always in the center. But about primary and secondary is where the significance comes. We, how do you say, had gathered certain Siddhantic understanding up to the point of coming in connection with Srila Guru Maharaj. And by inquiring from him and revealing to him how far we had conceived, he began to adjust us. So previously, we would hear the Bhagavad Gita sloka as an example. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudev sarvamiti samahatma sadurlabha. So the way we took it, no, after so many births, someone who's actually wise and in knowledge, they'll realize that Krishna is the source of everything. But we sort of left it at that. We didn't develop that idea so much. But Guru Maharaj, coming in connection with him, he'll say, yes, Vasudev. We'd heard Prabhupada say this, but we never realized the profundity of it, saying Krishna alone. So Guru Maharaj said, yes, they'll come to the point of realizing Krishna is everything. But who is that Krishna and what is the nature of that Krishna needs to be further refined and developed. So Vasudeva in this sense means Krishna alone. Now Srila Guru Maharaj, he will point out that we know Krishna is never alone. Like we heard Prabhupada say so many times, king means queen, ministers, subjects, kingdom, everything that goes with being a king. So simply mentioning king, all these other things are implied and understood. So Srila Guru Maharaj would say, so we say, yes, that Krishna, he's everything. But what is that Krishna? And what is his nature and delineation? So if we look back to the beginning of the Srimad Bhagavatam, which I like to say is the book of Krishna. Right? It's the book about Krishna, of understanding Krishna perfectly. Right? And begins with this conception, Advaya, Vedanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yajganam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti shabhyate. So they're saying here, being said, revealed, there's only one substance, and that's Krishna. Right? This Advaya again. There's only one thing to be known. And this is echoes what's expressed in the Upanishad, Yasmin Vigyate Sarvam Eva Vigyatam Bhavati, etc. Try to know that one thing upon knowing which everything becomes known. Right? Yathataror mula nishechanena tripyanti tatskanda bujo prashaka. Later in the Bhagavatam, water the root, put food in the stomach. But what is the nature of this Advaya again? Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan. Right? Like in Gita, Krishna says, in one place he says, Vedaischa sarvairaham eva vedyo, but he also says, he uses the expression, Trivedi, Nistrigunya Bhavarjana. You know the first line? Has to do with Trivedi. Anyway, Nistrigunya Bhavarjana. He's saying the Vedas deal mainly, Triguna No, I can't think of it. Anyway, he says the Vedas deal mainly with the modes of nature. Right? Nistraigunyo Bhavarja. So try to go beyond this, Arjun. That is a hint at the Nirguna plane. So elsewhere, Srila Guru Maharaj says that they primarily deal Vedas, of which Krishna is saying, Vedaishya sarva aham eva vedyo. If you're reading all this properly, you'll come to my conception. Right? Just as we told the example that Vedas are the tree, Vedanta is the flower, and the Bhagavatam is the fruit. Nigama kalpatur galitam palam, shukamukharam richardava samyatam. Pibata Bhagavatam rasamalayam muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavukaha. So that Krishna, who's to be known by all these things in three aspects, Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan. So Bhagavan, in earnest, Bhagavan proper means Krishna in the company of his potency. When we say Akila Rasamrita Murti, by extension we can understand Lakshmi Narayana Vaikuntha. That's Krishna, but in this particular aspect, expanded in this particular way. So Bhagavan must begin where there's not Krishna alone. So Vasudev Sarvamiti is the beyond the Triguna plane, going toward the Nirguna world. Krishna alone, Guru Maharaj said, is a distant conception. That's the only place where you can conceive Krishna alone is at a distance. As Everest, the highest peak of the Himalayas, you see it from a distance. Begin to make your approach. As you come nearer, you come in connection with so many subordinate peaks surrounding Everest. So preceding thing, Krishna alone, like, how do you say, shallow depth of field. Right? Like in photography, you have infinite depth of field and a shallow depth of field. Shallow depth of field focuses on one person. The one image, everything else is blurred. But infinite depth of field, everything is in focus. As we approach Krishna conception, we have Kintu Prabhoya Priya Evatasya Bande Goroshi Charanarvindam Sakshad Hari Tena Samasta Shastrai. So Sakshad Brajananandana Hari, Sakshad. So in this conception of Guru, we're told in the beginning, the focus is Krishna. It's the shallow depth of field. But on a closer examination, a more refined conception, it shifts to his potency. Kintu Prabhoya Priya Evatasya. So, and if we say that, the goal of all of this is bhakti, devotion, devotional service, how will that be rendered? Directly to Krishna. We'll be reporting directly to Krishna. Krishna will be directly telling you how to serve him. Or through his agency, Shakti Shaktiman, right? Through the predominated moiety, in the words of Saraswati Thakur. Predominating Krishna, supreme positive, predominated Radharani, supreme negative. So, supreme served Krishna and the supreme servant, Srimati Radharani. And if we take it, like indicated in the beginning, Janmadyasya Yataha, Adi Rasa, Mukhya Rasa, Madhura Rasa is Adi Rasa, the Mukhya Rasa, the principal Rasa, from which all the other rasas are springing. Then it is the ultimate service. And from the ultimate personification of that, Srimati Radharani, Mahabhav Swarupini Radha Thakurani, we can understand by inference that all service is also coming from her. Yadamya Mahima Sri Bhagavatam Katayam Pratipatam Anubhutam Apya Labda Avideya Tad Akila Rasamurti Shama Lila Avalambam Madhura Rasadi Sri Radha Para Padmam Prapadye. Shama Lila Avalambam, in particularly the Shama Lila, Madhura Rasa, is solely, wholly dependent upon her. Guru Maharaj says all other rasas are clients of the Adi Rasa, Mukhya Rasa, Madhura Rasa. All other rasas are satellites. It is the original. And she is the Ujjvala Rasa Acharya. The shift in the Guru conception from Krishna to the potency of Krishna, right? From Krishna to Srimati Radharani. And we say Baladev from Shanta up to Vatsalya and Radharani Madhura Rasa.